Hey, it's James, Fathers' Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. I just saw, I was looking at some comments on YouTube, and there's this guy who made a comment saying that he worked with me, then he dropped me, that I'm good at lighting a fire under you, but I'm a dick. And then he says there's good ways and bad ways to do it. And then he said something like, I got the gist of what James was saying and that I did on my own. He went to mediation. And I guess he said he destroyed the mother, and now she's in contempt. So I don't know if he got custody or he got something. But in his comment, I can respect his comment. And I actually pinned his comment. Even though he called me a dick, you know, people think Michael Jordan's a dick. People think Tom Brady was a dick in the huddle. People definitely think a drill sergeant is a jerk, but a drill sergeant is getting ready to prepare you to go off for the hell of war. So this is not, us sitting around singing Kumbaya and having a gathering together to discuss which parent is the best. This is a hideously ugly, dysfunctional, perverted war on families. And these people are trafficking your children. If I was on a rescue mission for some children that were trafficked, or there's a child porn ring somewhere or something like that, and we have some kind of operation going on, and then someone is with me on the team and they're slipping behind, and I chew them out and I say, get your ass up in position or something like that. They might say that I'm a dick because I yelled at them, but the operation and what's going on and the fact that kids' lives are at stake, there's no time for beating around the bush. So I can understand the guy's comment and his sentiment. Like I said, I pinned it because I'm also showing you what my whole point of being on here is for. You could do this stuff yourself. Most people can't take the first few steps or get the jump on it, or most people learn slow, or they want somebody to hold their hand. That's fine. I'm not on here chewing people out. I'm not on here telling people off just for the fun of it. I'm here to wake people up out of their stupor, because the entire system is filled with sissy, cowardly, sensitive, feminine men who don't want to fight, and that's why the system has become what it's become. Same reason why feminists got so much power and control. Look at the feminine, fruity little politicians we have that rubber stamp every radical feminist, domestic violence, abortion, women's rights, this and that, without even a fight, because they don't want to look bad, or they're worried about what people think, and they don't think the law out. We have soft men everywhere. And if you don't like me or my style, fine, don't watch, go somewhere else. But if you want to get on my page and start, and I'm not talking about this guy because he had a fair comment. He didn't like me personally. He was fair to say, I know what I'm talking about. He got the gist of it, and he didn't need me, and he said you could do this stuff on your own. That's one theme of the reason of everything that I talk about. You could do this on your own. I don't tell people to be dependent upon me. The average person does take a good 5 hours of consultations if they want to master this stuff. But you guys see me all the time say in my videos that you could go watch my free videos on YouTube. So when I look like an a-hole, and then he said that I'm a victim of being taken advantage of. I don't say that I'm a victim. I regret being a sucker and trusting people and not having a more hardcore business setup. All these other people getting rich off of you guys have a hardcore business setup where they have, pay online and schedule online. They never have to interact with you until it's time to do it. And when time's up, you got to get off the phone. Sometimes I'm on the phone, I'm caught up talking with somebody, we're talking about something, I look up, we're 10, 15 minutes in, I say, hey, we got to wrap it up. You just got free time for me, and then people get pissed. So I'm not necessarily a victim. It's like I wasn't as shrewd of a businessman because it's not that deep or serious sometimes, but the more and more that it happens and the more and more people want to waste my time, I don't got time to waste. There's a million videos on social media say, I don't got time to waste. I don't got time to be taken advantage. I'm not letting people take advantage of me. This is the year of me going for mine, or me doing my thing, or whatever. People say that all the time, and then half the people that run into me, they're a victim of me saying I don't tolerate waste of time and dancing around and screwing around and going back and forth in text messages about when you're going to schedule a consult, and then you never do, and I just wasted 20 minutes over the course of 3 days with you and with 4 or 5 other people, so I'm wasting hours at a time. The people that have the least problem with me are the people who say, hey, I need a consult with you. When can we talk and how do I pay? And then I give them an answer and, a 20-second answer. And then we have a consult and we have a smooth talk. I kind of lead the talk so we're not wasting time. I just had there's somebody else in a video, some stupid jackass. He said, I would love to do an appointment with you, but if you're not going to if you're going to beat around the bush like that, I don't want an appointment. Stupid moron. I'm gabbing in a video. I'm not doing a consult with you guys. And you're not paying for it, you stupid jackass. So when I'm on here, I can get on here and blab like the lead attorney or anybody else might just get up there and just gab about family court. I can do whatever I want on my free stuff. It's your loss if you don't get the insight that you need. At the same time, you can find out everything you need to know, just like I did early on in my case, with way less information on the internet. There was barely any internet stuff out there on this stuff when I started my case. So you guys got it easier than ever. So the guy, what was it again? The Blasting TV, I mentioned his name earlier. The guy who half of his comment was I'm an a-hole and I'm a dick, but I do have some insightful information and he was able to do it on his own. Great, I'm glad the guy won. So I pinned the comment so people could see that you can do this yourself. Because this isn't about me as much as it is I'm just passionate about this stuff. And the more I deal with the average human being, the more I realize people want to get you for a discount or free stuff, or they shit on your time, or they don't take you seriously, and they're not really serious into it. And I really only want the people who are serious. I want, just like a trainer of any type or a mentor of any type does not want to work with somebody who's not serious about what you're doing. If you're mentoring somebody to be a doctor, or I don't know, if you're a dad and your kid says, I want to be a great basketball player, and you go out to practice and he feels like he doesn't want to do that and you're forcing him to do something, then the dad will say, let's find some other passion for you. I'm not trying to force somebody to want their kids when they don't really want them. But I do talk about the phenomenon of punk-ass bitches who don't want to fight for their kids because it's too hard, the system's too hard. All they wanted, they created a kid by having sex, and they think it should be easy getting custody, or 50-50. It should be as easy getting your kids and enforcing your rights as it was to get a woman pregnant. There's people who literally think like that out there. Well, I had a kid with her, I should just have rights. While they're running around and planting their seed in a bunch of other women. I saw a picture, I can't even remember who it was. There's this guy posted on Instagram with 5 babies' moms that are all pregnant. They're all due around the same time. So we've got a corrupt, fallen, lost, totally delusional society where it's cool to run around and bust up in a bunch of women. And then you're mad that you have a bunch of child support cases. I hope these guys are being smart, but there's one video where I'm talking about if you're not, maybe it's the same video. If you don't learn everything that you need to know, you're going to be totally lost. If you don't know all the rules of the court system and the laws and stuff, you're going to be lost. And somebody said, what do you mean lost? I'm not clear. Some of my followers are actually really dumb, and that's why you got in the situation that you are. And just like David Goggins said, if you're stupid, you might have to say, look, I'm a little stupid. Or if you're fat, you might have to say, I'm fat. I need to do something about this. I need to get help, a mentor, somebody to coach me. But I first and foremost need to be honest with myself. You know, the video that I'm talking about where the guy posted, James is a dick, and I did it on my own, and I'm doing all right. I don't know what his results was. Maybe you guys definitely can easily go to mediation on your own and stand and demand something and kind of coerce somebody to settle with you. But if they're intransigent and they're not going to do it, then you got to go to trial. But he got lucky he did the things he needed to do, and he forced the mother to surrender at mediation. So whatever the success story, that's great. But if you don't like my tone or whatever, then there's other people out there for 10 times as much.